Another silly little update. So, Marlon, you're a piston aficionado. What do you think
Yes.
about the SCAR 16 and 17?
Um, they are violent in recoil. Like the gas regulator does jack shit. Um, I'm so surprised how well they hold up for how violent they are, but I like them. I think if they would regas them, it'd be a good thing. But in my experience I've only really shot the 17, not the 16.
Mhm.
And the SCAR 20 is attack driver. So I've shot two of those, and they're under a minute groups, and yeah. So
No,
I'm excited.
I've only heard
Yeah.
good things about the SCAR 20s, especially like if I could get one in 6.5 Creedmoor, that would be awesome. But I have a 17 behind me right now. And that
Oh,
one there actually
oh,
has the, what do you call it? The discarder, which has the 12 position gas block on it, or the gas regulator on it. That actually makes it shoot really nice, whether suppressed or unsuppressed. And if they could just fix that, that'd be awesome. Recently,
yeah.
I don't know why companies don't offer at least even an option like that, because surely it's been out for 20 years. FN could have made a couple improvements, which
No.
maybe they'll be talking about that at SHOT Show, which we'll get to in this post. Same thing with the MCXs, right? The MCXs only have two positions too, right? The new ones.
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
Which is always a little obnoxious to me. Like I like the 516, Caracal 816. They both have three positions, and it just seems like you can tune it into what you actually want. It feels a lot better.
I like the Waffenberg gas blocks for 416s. I'm a big fan of that because it gives you 5 positions. You don't need all 5, but when you start playing with
it's
different
nice
ammo,
to have, though.
Yeah, it's very nice to have.
Yeah, well, especially for something like an 416 where they're like overcharged from the factory, basically, right?
No, that was like the original one that didn't have a vent, but as soon as they vented them, they're pretty smooth.
Interesting. Well, so this is a post from FN America. Yeah, well, yeah, it's either HK hate or HK love. Yeah, there's really no in between, and it's people. It's the difference between people who think that they're too expensive and then the people that look down on people who think they're too expensive.
Well, I'll throw something out there because I actually got to shoot a real G36K last weekend. Sometimes like we'll misunderstand why a polymer rifle is useful, and like if you have to carry a like 50 cal tripod or other like heavy equipment and a lot of ammunition, you're going to want to take off the pounds. So like something like a SCAR or G36 is nice, and if it's government owned, like it doesn't have to last a lifetime. It just needs to last a deployment or two.
Well, yeah, for that, who cares what the cost is, right? If it does what you need it to do in the moment as a soldier, you don't care what it costs, right? Uncle Sam's paying for it.
Yeah. It is what it is, and if you don't have to pay for it or you don't have a choice, who really cares?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, so FN America made this post. Legends never die, but they do evolve. ... See what we have coming at the 2026 SHOT Show. So they are. Oops, can we pass? They are teasing a new SCAR coming out in 20, or at least being shown off at SHOT Show 2026. So they killed the SCAR to bring the SCAR back like 3 months later.
They made everybody panic buy all the ones on the market. And
dude,
it again.
Beast just bought one because he was like, oh, they're going to be gone. I got to buy one right now. So he went out and he bought one for $3,500, right?
Oh.
It arrived. Timing. It arrived the day before they made this post.
Oh.
He unboxed. He's like, I got my new SCAR. And it's like, hey, we're bringing it back. He's like, no, I bought the last model before the new generation comes out.
He died November 10th.
Yeah, tragic.
I hope this new generation also your warranty is void if you attach a suppressor.
Yeah,
yeah, that was a weird
fun
thing because it makes no sense. And they're issued with suppressors. So they're still issued, but there's a thing called the joint something. I don't think it's called maybe operational stock, and it's like a shit ton of cool weapons. It's like they used to have like printout catalogs, but now it's just a CD. And if you're about to go on deployment or have like a purpose, you can request these things, and you get the full SCAR kit with the Elkin 6-power, the AC suppressor, I think. So FN knows that they're going to be shot suppressed. So it's like a very shitty way of being like, well, if you, yeah, I never understood that.
FN is a weird company to me because they make like really good stuff, and some of their stuff is like super innovative, super novel, great designs for the time. Like think about the F2000 that's been around for like 20 years, 25 years with its forward ejection on a bullpup. And then they just never did anything with that. It's like they never tried to modernize it. They never. Well, I mean, I think they had a flat top version.
Yeah,
at
the
one
flat
point,
top
but-
one. Yeah.
Yeah, but they kind of just let these designs sit and stagnate and die. And I wonder if it's because they have contracts, and so it's not worth updating it for the civilian market if they're making the same thing for the military side of things, because they're still making the Scar, but they're just making it for government overseas contracts. Basically, they just said we're canceling it for the civilian market.
Yeah, culturally they're messed up, because I had a friend and she was like, "Hey, I know someone in FN. You want anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, Scar 17. What's the price on that?" That's like the one gun they can't use their employee discount on. So, like, okay,
Well, that's what everybody wants, probably. Yeah.
So it's like, what else is there? Like, oh, and nothing wrong with FN AR-15s, but that's not really like, I'm not going to go to FN for an AR-15. You know,
Well,
go to
right. I mean,
America.
that's the
A
thing.
lot
Their,
of interesting stuff.
their
It's
FN,
just-
not the Guardian line, but their midline of ARs is actually a really good like parts list. It's a nice value on the market. And then of course they discontinued it. I think it was the TAC 3 or whatever it was, because it came with like the Hodge wedge lock rail, or whoever, the Zev Mega wedge lock rail, the FN barrel on the inside, right, and everything else. And it was like $1,500, which is for a, you know, quote unquote duty rifle. It's not a bad deal.
No, not at all. I don't get it, because like they would sell these like hotcakes if they were $2,000.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's another thing too. Surely over 20 years you could bring the cost down. You know, you could it's not like
Never.
they're not particularly complex rifles either.
No,
There's you know, I don't know, man. I feel like they've made a lot of money off of these. Obviously they have. They've been extremely successful. But yeah, I feel like making $3,500 a pop off of a collector makes a lot more sense to them.
I don't think they've been successful. I think they've had a lot of issues. So
With
this is
the-
probably why they're like, someone was like, "Hey, if people are asking for the Scar 17, let's bring it back." Yeah, because they've been having a lot of trouble, I'm sure. I mean, they came out with the Scar 15P, and for me, I look at that gun, I'm like, dude, that's sick. Like an 8-inch 5.56. Like this would be great for some kind of, you know, successor to the HK53. And then you YouTube it, and it's Coleon Noir calling it a truck gun or something weird like that. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, it's completely out of its role. And it's
Well,
like,
I
that's
mean,
who they pay
the-
to like promote it, you know, not like doing some sexy, like, you know, close protection detail demonstration with that thing. They get a guy to be like, you know, this is a whatever.
I shot
Those are
two
my-
bags
my-
through
I like
this.
the idea of Colin Noir putting a $4,000 Scar 15P or $3,500 or whatever it is in as a truck gun. I like that. That's a great recommendation. It's like putting a Rolex in your car for some reason. I don't know about
in
that.
case I forget it.
But I mean, they've been successful in terms of like not necessarily American military contracts, but they have contracts all over the world for these rifles. So I mean, there's a reason why I don't know how good their American sales, their American civilian
Yeah.
sales were, because that they were only canceling sales of the Scar 17 and 16 for the American civilian market. They were maintaining all of the contracts that were already in place.
And then
So,
I
for
saw in
whatever
the
reason-
chat, someone asked about the 516, the new one, and that plays into this. The new one is going to get smoked by whatever FN and everyone else offers, because the new 516 is just weird.
The
It's like
SIG
3
516.
Yeah, the new one, the
Mohawk?
Mohawk.
Well, so the way I've had it described to me by somebody who's like kind of inside at SIG says like the front half is kind of MCX, not quite, and it has like an MCX bolt in it, and then the back half is its own thing basically, and it's still utilizing an AR-15 buffer tube and all that sort of stuff. And it's also it's not like a terribly expensive rifle. They're only about $2,000, which for like a modern piston rifle is like it's okay, but it's not exciting to me. I wouldn't go out and buy one.
No,
I already
wouldn't.
have an AR. Show me something cool.
I think people are going to watch your 516 video and then want to find like the law enforcement trade-ins and stuff like that.
Dude,
Because
so
I liked your 516. That was a
I
good
love
one.
the 516. The 516 and 816. I think they're great rifles. Honestly, they should have just kept making those. But I looked at a police trade-in. I think it was either the 10.5 or the 11.5, and they were wanted like $850 for them, covered in rust. And I'm like, that's
And wouldn't budge?
that's well, that was their asking price, and they were used condition police trade-ins, and on the pictures that they had for them, there was like rust all over the gas blocks, regulators, just everything. And I'm like, for $850, that's I don't know if they just got a pallet of them or something, but I'm like, I don't think so. That's a little too much. I do want
Don't
one
be
though.
a coward. A little rust never hurt
Yeah,
anything.
little
made out
rust
of
never hurt
metal.
nobody.